Well, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all had a great Christmas. I'm just enjoying a nice early morning walk. I do have a dog somewhere, but I have no idea where she is. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We're covering cryptocurrency every day, other than yesterday. We didn't do it yesterday because it's Christmas Day. But waking up this morning, I think everybody thought we were heading for 100k. Looks like we got a retracement through the course of the evening. And certainly in the early hours for me, back down to 96,000. For Bitcoin, what does it mean? Is this good news, bad news? We'll sort of break it down for you in this video as we just kind of walk through the woods. It's been a minute since I did kind of one of these videos. So if you do like it, hit that like button. As always, it does help out, massively supports the channel. So I guess what have we got coming up? What's the catalyst? What should we be looking at? Is this a concern or not? Well, Russia has come out and said they are now using Bitcoin for foreign trades, which obviously doesn't support a good narrative. But equally, I think everyone kind of knew that. But, you know, whatever reason, people seem to be just denying the fact that happened. So we know that Russia obviously eased regulation when it comes to cryptocurrency mining. We know they've been buying Bitcoin as well. And then all of a sudden now they're actually using it for foreign trade. Is it the end of the world? No. Is it something that we've probably already known? Yes. But certainly I think as the kind of wider crypto world is seen as a negative. Okay, I think that's one of the things that we've seen over the course of at least the last 24 hours. The finance minister of Russia coming out and saying they did that. Is it propaganda? Maybe. It's all something to be aware of, and I think that's kind of spooked the markets a little bit. Post-Christmas blues, they're always a thing as well. You know, we saw a bit of a rally yesterday. If I just take the token that I launched, it was very quiet in the overall market, and then today people kind of getting back to some sort of level of routine and normality. So we've seen a little bit of a correction in the market. It'll be interesting to see what happens when the European markets, or certainly when the Europeans start to get up. Equally later on today, for me anyway, what happens when the US gets up? Do we start to see a bit of a rally at that point? What is also worth noting here is Japan actually had their vote on whether a Bitcoin reserve was going to be something good for their country. They rejected it quite extensively, actually. So given all the really kind of positives that we've seen out of Japan, for them to reject the Bitcoin reserve idea is really interesting. Now, I do think lots of countries are going to wait to see what the US does. We're going to wait to see what Donald Trump does and whether that's a viable thing, whether it's kind of something that he's going to stick to. Finally, the dog's turned up, look. And then whether that's actually going to be something that they go forward with. I do think, though, if the US does go ahead with that strategic Bitcoin reserve, we'll see on the 20th of January, I do think you'll see other countries fall in line. Just to give you some interesting numbers, though, and I think it's always worthwhile putting context about this market. You know, I always say that if you understand why the market's down, it's generally a better thing. If you look at funding rates are actually up. People looking to take up positions. We actually see open interest now up around 63.5%. What does this mean? People looking to take some trades. Only Binance alone, 65% of the trades put on over the last 24 hours have been long positions. So a sharp decline is normally followed with an opportunity for many other people. Gold futures are up. CME futures are down, which I always think is pretty interesting as well. And lots of margin calls on long positions. Around $311 million were liquidated over the last 24 hours. So that kind of gives you a sentiment of where we're going. The other thing to bear in mind is that our altcoin positions were pretty flat. We didn't generally see altcoins move. We saw Bitcoin trying to break out. It got rejected around 99,000. So it's an interesting time in the market. It's Christmas. It's boring for markets, not necessarily for people at home. But I think, look, keep an eye on this week. I think we'll see some definite retail action at the weekend. And I think as we head into 2025, look out for that kind of relief rally on the back of it. People are going to be starting to get excited. We're less than 3 weeks away now from a Trump inauguration. I think that really could be a big catalyst for us. We'll keep you posted on everything going on in the cryptocurrency markets as always. And if you are interested in getting into some sort of plays, maybe a DeFi project, do check out Marbit's, link in the description. That's the token that I've launched. We're doing things right. Yeah, we're not absolutely sending right now, but we're doing it right. I definitely recommend checking it out. But as always, hit up that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back live streaming. I think tomorrow we'll be back on, so look out for that, and I'll catch you all soon. See you soon.